welcome, welcome. So it's day 13 of the Swim and Shine Challenge, and we're more than halfway through now. So hopefully you're waking up and feeling like you really want some yoga in the morning. Hopefully the habit of movement is kind of, it's starting to take effect in the body with any luck. So we're going to continue with our practice today, focusing on long exhale, nice BK if we can in places. And we are going to do a squat, slightly different to yesterday. So you still do need your block or your books, whatever you're using to squat. So let's begin. We're going to stand on our mat. So just settling the body, have the eyes closed, and just settle into your body. So just dropping that awareness from behind the eyes or wherever it usually sits, and see if you can just bring that down into the chest, into the tummy, into the legs, into the feet, and notice the contact of your soles of your feet on the mat, connecting you to Mother Earth, finding your support here. And then just taking a few deep breaths into the body. Just noticing if you're holding any tension anywhere. And just using the breath, directing the breath to those areas of tension if possible. Person with your body. Blinking the eyes open. We'll start the practice. So I'll just show you, it's a simple arm raise, which we do most days, but we're going to stop here on the inhale. And on the exhale, we're just going to see, keep our arms here. I'm just going to see if we can relax our shoulders on the exhale. And then we're going to move the arms on the BK. So we're bringing them down on that BK. So as we're keeping the arms up here on the exhale and we're relaxing the shoulders, do also remember to draw in the tummy. Keep that tummy drawn in as you bring the arms down on the pause after the exhale. Okay, so we're going to take probably 6 rounds of those just to get warmed up. So when you're ready, you're going to inhale, sweep the arms all the way overhead. Keep the arms where they are as you exhale, draw tummy in. And then on the pause, you're going to just sweep the arms down. See if you can even draw the tummy in slightly further as you bring the arms down. Inhale to take arms overhead. Exhale here, drawing tummy in. And then dropping the arms down, really pulling the tummy muscles in, pelvic floor up and in. Making that connection. Inhale, sweeping the arms overhead. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Tummy draws in. Keep that tummy drawing in as you allow the arms to come down on the pause after the exhale. 2 more rounds in your own time. Last round. Okay, so let's get going with some forward bends. So we're not going to bring the arms up between each forward bend today. We're just going to go for it and do 6 forward bends. If you want to bring the arms down, you can, but I'm not going to. And if you want to take, you can take the version, which is slightly, we've spoken about this before, but slightly less difficult for the lower back. That's obviously the more difficult. And if you're feeling a bit stiff this morning, you can just run the hands, use the hands as support down the front of the legs. So just take what options available to you this morning. You can always have the legs really soft, so you could even be like here and just coming down, you know, whatever is going to get the body moving for you this morning. Okay, so we're going to do 6 rounds. I'll talk you through the arms overhead version, but you choose which version you want to do. So you're going to inhale, take the arms all the way overhead, and then you're going to exhale to come forward. Fingers in line with toes, top of the head at the end. Inhale to come up. If you want to take the arms down, then please do. If not, you're going to exhale, coming forward again. Inhale to come up. Exhale, forward fold. Three more rounds. See if you can make the length of the forward fold the same length as the breath. Still pulling in the tummy on that exhale. And sometimes if we stand with the legs slightly wider, it's a bit easier for us. So just you need to play around with your stance. What makes it easier for you, more enjoyable. Finish your 6 rounds, you're going to exhale the arms down. Good. So we're going to grab our block now, or book, whatever you're using. And we're going to do a standing forward bend to a squat. And we're going to stay for the BK in the squat. And then we're going to reverse the sequence. Okay, so I'll just show you quickly. You're going to inhale. So you're going to take whichever version of the forward bend suits you. Inhale halfway, trying to get that back flat. Shoulder blades working towards each other. It's almost like it's like a mini cat posture. It's like a very slight back bend. If you don't want to do the back bend, you can just try to really just keep the spine nice and lengthened. So trying to create space in the spine. So that's on an inhale. And then as you exhale, you're going to bend the knees, bring the arms, so bring the hips all the way down, arms to the floor, coming into your squat here. Then you're going to take your BK. So you're going to be here for an extra couple of seconds. And then as you inhale, so you're going to inhale here as well. No, you're going to inhale. Sorry, I'm getting a muddle. Inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to come up. Exhale to lower. Woohoo! I did it. So let's go. I'm going to walk you through. Hopefully I'll do it right this time. 6 rounds. Choosing which option you want for your forward bend. And obviously as well, you can take, instead of doing the full squat, you can do a chair squat. So you're just, you know, you're coming down as if you're sitting on a chair. Okay, so let's go. Inhaling, taking arm all the way overhead. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, half forward bend. See if you can get that little back bend or at least lengthening. Exhale, coming into your squat. So if you can relax back onto the heels as far back as you can. Nice BK here, so nice pause. And whenever you feel the inhale wants to arise, you're going to come up into your half forward bend. Exhale, forward bend, full forward bend. Inhale to come up to standing. Exhale to lower the arms. Good. Let's go again. Inhale, take arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half forward bend. So here you can either have the fingertips on the floor or you can have your hands on the shins, whatever suits you better. So that's inhaling, and then you're going to exhale, come down into your squat, really dropping the weight back in your heels if you're in full squat. Dropping the head. And then just pausing here for the BK. And then when that inhale arises, straightening the legs, coming up into your half forward bend. Trying to get that nice straight back. Sometimes it's challenging to know where your back is. Spatial awareness sometimes can go. So just do your best to have a nice straight back. Exhale to lower the arms. Go again. Inhale, taking the arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half forward bend. And then exhaling into your squat. Pausing here. And then inhaling, half forward bend, or if you've got your fingers on the floor, it's called a stitty. Inhale to come all the way up. Exhale to lower the arms. Inhale, taking the arms overhead. Forward fold. Coming into your half forward bend or stitty. Exhaling into squat. Pausing. Inhale, stitty. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale to come up. Okay, let's do, I think we've got one more. We're going to go straight into it. Just work in your own time. I felt I was a bit messy this morning, but that's fine. Some days we can do things really well, and it's all like, oh, that's great. And then other days it gets a bit messy, and that's okay too. Don't have to be perfect in our yoga practice. Good. All right. So we're gonna come down onto our knees, and feel free to paddle the knees if you want to. We're going to take up cat into downward dog. And then we're going to stay in downward dog. We're just going to see if we can stretch out the back a bit more, do some work on the legs if we can. And if we're feeling energetic, we might even go into a plank. So it's up to you about the plank at the end. If you want to do it, feel free. If not, that's fine. So we're going to start with our hips back on our heels. So let's do it together. I'm going to guide you through. So start with hips on heels, heads down on the mat. You're going to inhale, coming up into your up cat. Exhale, coming up into your downward dog. And we're just going to stay here for 2 breaths. Sorry, 1 breath. 1 breath. Maybe I want 2, that's why I said it. If you want to do this, the plank, you're going to step back and you're going to bring the hips down to that nice plank position, and you can stay for 1 breath here if you want to. Exhaling, the hips all the way back up again into your downward facing dog. Inhaling, dropping the knees. Exhaling, taking the hips back. Okay, let's do 5 more rounds. So it's up to you if you want to do the plank. If you want to stay down the dog a bit longer instead of doing the plank, that's fine. So on an inhale, come into a plank. Really pull those tummy muscles in. And then exhaling back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, knees to mat. Exhale as we take the hips to heels. Let's go again. Inhale, up cat. Exhale, down cat. Breath here. Inhaling into plank. Exhale back into down dog. Inhale into cat. And exhale to take your hips to heels. Let's go again. Inhale, cat. Draw the shoulder blades together. Keeping the back flat if you don't want to have an arch in the back. If your back's fine, then you're going to go for the arch. Exhale into your downward facing dog. Stay here if you want to. Or on the next inhale, you're going to step back. Drop the hips, come into your plank. Exhale the hips back up again. Inhaling into your cat posture. Exhaling. Taking the heels to hips, hips to heels, head to mat. Last round. Inhale, upward cat. Exhale, down dog. Stay for a breath. Inhale, stepping back. Plank. Exhaling back into dog. Inhale into your cat. Exhale all the way back. Hips to heels. And then you can rest for a minute here if that's comfortable. You can even open the hips, knees a little bit. Bring the torso through the centre of the hips and just lay. You can either have the arms overhead or you can drop the arms by your side, whatever suits you best. Let's take a moment here just to rest. Breathing into the back of the body. Seeing if you can expand the back rib cage. Come back in seated position. Swing the legs round, lay on your back. So it's a bit more core work this morning. So we're going to lay on our back. Chin is tucked in, arms by the side, knees are bent. You're going to take your right leg and you're going to flatten it onto the mat and then keep the left leg bent so your left foot is on the floor. Okay, we're going to start with the arms overhead, hands on the floor behind you. We've done this before. So take a nice breath here, inhaling. And then when you're ready, before you move anything, I want you to engage that tummy. So really draw in the tummy muscles, even feel like you're flattening the lower back onto the floor. And then as you exhale, you're going to flatten that back, lift the leg up to a 90-degree angle, and then you're going to bring the hands down by your side. Okay, so we're going to do a one-legged version of this. So 6 rounds on each side. Yeah, so inhaling to drop the leg, keep that contraction in the tummy. We don't want to lose that contraction. You can lessen it on the inhale, but we still want to have some, we want to have that contraction in the tummy as we're moving, just to protect the lower back. You feel like your back is, pushing into the lower floor. And if you want to have the leg bent, makes it a bit easier, you're still working the core, then feel free to do that. Okay? So just work within your range today. Tomorrow will be something different. We'll just go with where we're at. Meet ourselves where we are. So I've probably done more than 6 on this side. I'm going to make this the last one. So I'm going to keep my arms overhead and then I'm just going to switch legs. Having the left leg flat on the mat, right leg bent, right foot on the floor. Making sure chin is tucked in and then engaging as best we can, tummy muscles before we start. So nice inhale, exhale, lifting the leg, lowering the arms. You might find that one side is easier than the other. You've got to allow the leg to touch the floor by keeping the leg hovering as it reaches the floor. It just doesn't, it gets to the floor, but it doesn't actually touch the floor. So we're using our tummy muscles to keep it going. And then when you've done your 6, I've probably done more again. Too busy talking. You're going to rest your leg on the floor. You can even bring it in. So both feet now on the floor, arms by your side. Okay. So we're going to come up into a position where we're sort of resting back on our elbows. You might want to pad your elbows if it feels a bit uncomfortable. So just get yourself comfortable here. So you're going to have to be on your elbows if that's okay for you. If it's not okay, you can, I haven't got a chair to hand. You can use like a chair or a puff, or even against the sofa where you can just lean. It's almost like you're just leaning the body back onto the sofa or a chair or a puff or whatever you've got nearby. So I haven't got anything, so I'm just going to go on my on my elbows. And then we're going to draw one leg up and then the other leg up. So we're in this kind of, it looks a bit like Pilates position where the legs are up off the floor and they're bent. Okay, so you've got 2 options here. You can either work one leg at a time. So you're going to inhale, straighten the leg, exhale, bring it in. Inhale, straighten the leg, exhale to bring it in. This is like a nice modified pose. It's like a lazy girl pose, but it does still work your tummy. So that's option 1. Option 2 is slightly more difficult, quite a lot more difficult, where you're going to take both legs out. I can feel my tummy shaking as I do it. Inhale, exhale. All right. So choose which option that you want to do. If we're doing the single legs, let's go for 6 on each side. And then I guess if you're doing the double, you're going to go for 6 or more. Just see how you get on. You might get to 8 or 9 and then feel like you've had enough. But the whole time, I want you to make sure your tummy is fully engaged. Yeah? Okay, so I'm going to take the single leg option this morning. It's a Sunday morning. So let's go. Inhaling, lengthening the leg. Exhale to bend the leg. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to bend. Try to keep the chin tucked in, taking any pressure off the neck. And obviously the lower you go with the leg towards the floor, the more challenging it becomes. But with the boat pose, generally we have the feet and the legs 45 degrees. I think we've got 2 more rounds. Just really feel this now working my tummy. So simple but so effective. And then when you finish, you're going to drop your legs down, drop your body down. Woo! Well done. And then just rest. Nice. Have the legs outstretched if you can. You can also feel that in my hip flexors at the front, as well as tummy. So just notice where it is for you. And then we're going to take our last posture, just to stretch out those hip flexors and those tummy muscles. So we're going to come into a bridge pose. So you're going to bring your feet in towards your hips, arms by your sides, toes nice and tucked in. So we're going to take 6 rounds of bridge, simple bridge, lifting on an inhale, exhaling on as we take the, inhaling, lifting the hips on the inhale, exhaling, dropping the hips on the exhale, and obviously coordinating the arms as well. So let's go. When you're ready, inhaling, taking the hips up, Taking the arms all the way overhead. And obviously as well, if you're feeling like your back isn't up for this today, you can always take the pelvic tilts. Yeah, so you don't have to come all the way up. 6 rounds. Inhaling to take the hips up. And exhale to lower. Feeling that nice stretch in the front of the hips after boat pose. Stretching out the tummy muscles. Last round. And exhale to lower. Beautiful. Well done. So we can have a nice rest now in Shavasana for a few minutes before we move into our breathing practice. So just taking your legs hip width forward, probably mat width is better. Spine is nice and long, arms are by your side, palms are up, chin is in. Eyes closed. Just noticing the breath, rise and fall of the tummy. Ensure that you're relaxing, trying to relax on that exhale. This is not the moment to be planning the day. This is the moment just to let the body relax. Being present with your whole self, your whole body. Giving yourself some space to let go. You just begin to move your fingers and toes if you want to come into the seated practice. And feel free to stay and relax longer if you want to do that. If you're going into seated practice, bringing your knees up, feet on the floor, rolling onto your side. And then pushing yourself up to a seated position. Grabbing your block or your cushion or whatever it is that you need to sit on today to feel comfortable. So you can sit cross-legged or you can sit on your heels, depending on how you feel. My hips are quite stiff today, so I'm going to get a bigger block. It's because it's nice and comfortable. Actually, I'm going to get a big cushion. Here we go. Beautiful. Okay. So that's much better. You can see that probably my posture looks a lot better with the knees on the mat now, and then, you know, a nice straight spine. So just making sure that you're comfortable. Have the chin tucked in and the eyes closed. And just beginning with a few rounds of Ujjayi breath, trying to just make that exhale slightly longer than the inhale was. So I say slightly longer, but you know, if it's much longer, that's good too. So just longer than the inhale. And we get to see if it's longer because we're going to begin to count. So you're going to count the inhale and you're going to count the exhale. You're going to notice, oh, okay, yeah. Maybe, you know, maybe you'll start to realize, oh, okay, my exhale is naturally longer, or actually, no, my inhale is longer. This is sort of an exploration, it's an experiment. How is my breath? And even though we're in a seated posture, I want you to try to engage your tummy on the exhale, even though we're not doing anything, we're just sort of, you know, we're seated. Start to pull in from the pelvic floor, that base root chakra, and pull in and up. So it's that pubic bone to sternum, wave of contraction. Keep going with your breathing. So whatever your natural breath length is for the inhale and exhale, to continue with that. And I would like you to add on a BK, a pause after the exhale. So just making that around 4 seconds if you can, 3 seconds, 2 seconds at the least. Just pausing at the end of the exhale. And just see when the inhale wants to arise. Counting the inhale, counting the exhale, pausing, counting the pause. We're wanting the exhale to be longer than the inhale and the pause to be around 3 or 4 seconds. Keep going. Keep going with the Ujjayi breath, but allowing the pause after the exhale just to fade away. And the focus now is on the inhale and the exhale. Keeping the exhale long. And then just dropping the Ujjayi and returning to your normal breath. Noticing any effects of that little breathing practice. And bring your hand, whenever you're ready, bring your hands together, palms of the hands together, placing them over your sternum or your heart area, bowing your head to your heart. And just offering yourself some gratitude on this beautiful Sunday morning. Gratitude for showing up. Gratitude for yoga. Gratitude for being part of the challenge. And receiving the benefits of the practice every day. And maybe adding anything else that you're grateful for today, in this moment. Just offering some gratitude to you, from me to you, for showing up today. My heart to yours. Thank you. Namaste.